Yo, what's up, everybody? It is King Hitman here. I hope you guys are having a good day and are ready to talk Dokkan. Now, we have my boy Kaioken Blue Goku. Very. I don't know, man. He has his ups and his downs. Very high ceiling, very low floor. Now, the reason I have a video made about this guy is, well, for starters, if you guys watch Truth's video on the top 10 TURs list, where he was, I guess you could say judging, or he was like responding to the 59 Gaming video where they made their top 10 Dokkan Fest TURs. He made a joke. The joke is this is how Sora sees the Kaioken Blue Goku. Like it is. I'm not even gonna stick around for this passive. It's ridiculous, but it's just a joke. Now, when we get into it, I hope I'm saying his name right because I've been following him for a while. But Kuriru too, very respected in the Dokkan Reddit. He's basically saying his point is Ssb is a phenomenal unit. He gets overlooked because people always got to say, "Oh, but does he take double digits on Super Battle Road with no items?" It seems to be like that's what everybody wants, which I see where he's coming from, and he needs to stop being overlooked because when you do get below that HP threshold and you do have his active skill requirements, he is a phenomenal unit. Now, let me zoom in. Sorry, it's not the best quality. I don't know why not, but hopefully it's still legible to you guys. Now, I'm assuming this is just a random Dokkan Fest, so I'm going to get into these numbers through. It's Dokkan Fest, then it's the Legendary Goku event, then it's Super Battle Road. Goku in the Dokkan Fest getting an average of 30% from his passive, meaning he's been hit 3 times, and then he's getting an SA boost of about 34%, which is 84% on normals. Now, I've been trying to read over this part of the notes section that Kuriru put here, or I'm just going to call him K, that K put here. I'm not sure exactly what he means by 84% on normals, but however, his SA boost is about 34%. Obviously, he greatly raises his attack on super attack, so it's going to factor in pretty weird. And then his Dokkan Fest, so Dokkan Fest exclusive turn average is 4.5 turns. His average attack per turn in these Dokkan events unsupported is 4.6 million. Now you would say, oh, that's not that bad. That's not even that impressive. But the thing about this guy is he's going to be doing these numbers in an event where you usually don't even need that much damage, because we all know how, let's say, easy Dokkan Fest events are to do nowadays in 2021. It's not difficult at all. So with this guy, it's insane to think that he's going to be doing these numbers 4.5 turns. Then you think like, oh, what would he do in an event where you actually cater to him? Thus coming to the Legendary Goku event. Now, when you come to the Legendary Goku event, look at the attack difference. Basically 13 million attack stat. The notes, he has a 20% chance to get his active skill. He has an average buff of 48% or 47% on his passive skill, which would mean he's basically been hit every single time except one, so he needs one more buff when it's Legendary Goku event. It's not hard to get it anyway. And then he has a 107.5% average SA boost, 157% for normals. I think that means his normals would hit even harder than usual, like compared to his SA, but I'm not sure. And then 215% boost on his active skill turns. The Legendary Goku event, the turn average is 10 turns, which I don't know which Legendary Goku event he's been doing. Mine takes probably like 14 to 16, but I guess I'm just not in the field like that. His average APT is about 13 million, and then if you put a 40% support unit on the rotation, such as the STR Kaba, you will be at 16.2 million attack per turn. His defense with 40% support will be 147,000, and then without it, his average defense would be 117,000. See right there. In Legendary Goku event, that's actually not going to be good enough to tank a good amount of the stages there, especially not super attacks. So you do need to be careful with stuff like that. However, this guy, after you face the blue Goku, so basically the UI Goku fights, you won't have type disadvantage. So it's not the worst, but you will need to use an item if you're going to put him in slot 1 or you expect to get super attacked. Now, This is where people really find him to be either at his best or at his worst in different ways. Reason I say at his best, high damage numbers, you get the spirit bomb, it goes crazy, numbers go brrr. But if you have him in slot 1, his defense is still low. He needs to stack. He can get hit pretty hard, so that does need to be acknowledged. Whew, that was a lot. The notes in this section is he has an 80% chance to get his active skill. As you guys know, he needs 3 other representatives of Universe 7. That means besides himself. So an LR Goku and Frieza, an LR Blue Bros, and then LR UI Goku. You cannot include this guy, but you can include the friend unit, Ssb Kaioken Goku. Now he has an average of 10% on his passive skill buff, 0 on an active skill. An active skill turn, because if you did it on turn 1, it does not have a turn restriction. So if you did it on turn 1, that would mean obviously he didn't get hit yet because you're doing it before anybody attacks you. He has a 0% SA boost, 50% on normals. I'm really confused on what this term means. Let me know in the comment section if you know. And then on SBR, the turn average, if he's there, the turn average will be a turn and a half, basically 2 turns, because he's going to one-shot whoever he aims at. And then he's giving the allies 30. Is it 30 or 33? It's 30%. Yeah, 30% ally to his allies. And guess who his ally is? LR Blue Bros. So these guys are obviously gonna take out whatever you were aiming at in the first place. And then the other turn, let's say it's a UI Goku and I don't know, Goku and Frieza rotation, they're gonna handle business over on that side. So it really would last 2 turns in a good amount of these Super Battle Road stages. No more than, if he does his active skill on turn 1, 4 is pushing it. Don't let you have 2 of these guys, like your Kaioken Goku and then a friend leader skill, they both get their Spirit Bomb active skill off. Ridiculous. So on these 1.5 average SBR fights, like turn average SBR fights, his defense is going to be around 90k. That definitely makes sense. And then you got to consider, if he is not rainbowed, this will probably be like, honestly, 65 to 62k. So it's definitely a drastic drop off. With support, it'll be about 110,000, which is still not enough, to be honest with you, unless you use an item. And even then, he's actually still going to take a good amount of damage unless you get hit, like I'd say at least 3 times to, multiply his defense and attack into each other. When you fully build up his passive skill, it'll be a 153% attack and defensive buff. And then if you do his active skill, which is you have to be below a certain health restriction, which I actually forgot about now that I think about it. When you do his active skill and you get the turn correct, like under 59%, he actually is super effective against all types. I forgot that. So with him being super effective against all types, now he's Gogeta doing an SS4 Goku and Vegeta type active skill with a B-Pan effect in turn 1, as long as you meet said conditions. So basically fights 2 and 3 of Super Battle Road, you can really crack whoever you're aiming at. So damn, I forgot he gets type effective, man. So anyway, whenever you multiply all of that into itself, it'll be a 246% attack and defensive buff. Wait, no, it's just 246% attack. Yeah, and then the defense will stay at 152%, basically 153. So when you get his active skill turn, which boosts his own attack by 30%, which is an out of turn buff, he will result in a maximum boost of 350% if you were to get hit, and he will be type effective, thus leading to an unsupported APT of 11.2 million and a 40% supported APT of 14 million. This is turn 1. He has no super attack buffs. I don't know where he got this 10% passive buff because he can't get hit. So I don't know what it doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, 0% average SA boost, only 2 turns, which means you'd only see this guy once that fight. Psst, crazy. Now over here we have a whole nother chart. This is considered, I'm just gonna go through the active skill section and then let you guys do the comparison. Now obviously his attack stat is about 17.8 thousand. Leader skill, start of turn buff, his link set linked up with the Blue Bros, his key multiplier, his active skill, and then upon SA and the SA modifier, and then if you were to do an additional attack and if you were to crit, he would do 40 million APT that turn. Different breed of unit, man. Offensively, he is amazing. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think he's just meh? Are you guys still like, your problem with him is defense? I know that's what I've been saying. Still a big issue for me. Still feel as like you need to cater to him. However, he has been overlooked. I felt that way for a while. He gets overlooked, but he is not in that tier where he needs to be. Like, he's not a top 10 TUR in my eyes, unless you're getting him in the conditions you want him to, which turn one, he can't even compare to, like, say a Cooler, a Gohan, a Bojack, stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, hopefully subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and Hitman is out.